Voila! Thank you! Hello, Croatia! It is William calling from Wooby Vlogs. Croatian voters and a jury have decided that Lelek with the song Andromeda, they are going to the Eurovision Song Contest 2026. Daban!
Hey you guys! Hey William!
Should we watch and react?
Let's do this!
You guys, before we start, I just want to read the lyrics. Now, what I'm gathering is that this song is about war, grief, displacement, overcoming challenges. Here are the lyrics. As you light a candle, ask your grandmother, why did she give birth to her daughters in fear? Why did so many choose the grave? Our mothers didn't bear slaves. Many tears have flowed like a river. Why is history rewriting itself? Our sons are not subjects. Do cries from the cradle wake you at night? Take me, Queen Earth. Yours is the soul. To them, I'm just a body. Take me to the stars of the ruined nests where they send off the soldiers amid cries. Take me to the stars, far out of sight, Andromeda. Now, Andromeda, of course, could reference the constellation in the stars, and it could reference Greek mythology. Andromeda, of course, is a huge figure of mythology. Let me give you a quick summation. Andromeda was a princess of Ethiopia, daughter of King Cepheus and Queen Cassiopeia, who was chained to a rock as a sacrifice to a sea monster to appease Poseidon. Her mother's hubris, boasting of her own beauty over the Nereids, caused the catastrophe. But our girl Andromeda, she was rescued by the hero Perseus, whom she later married. So she endured. All right, we are going to watch this performance. Hitting play. Whoa, drama straight away.
Oh wow. Sisterhood.
Wow, I feel the suffering.
Sorority.
They have been through it. That's harmony. That is perfect harmony.
Beautiful voices, great harmony.
I like the mystery.
I like the camera work.
This looks expensive. Oh,
Oh wow.
that is a voice. Vocals. They're arranged by height. It's perfectly choreographed.
Wow.
All these precise movements.
This is like good Wiccan vibes.
I like the candle in the background, the tree.
Love their face art.
It hints at suffering and death, but also perseverance, hope, power. Oh, it's very haunting, that sound.
This feels like a visual feast, like an experience. It's beyond
It's
an
so
entry, right?
eerie.
It feels like a full package.
Ghostly. Whoa.
That is how you do a key change.
Is that, the red makes me think of blood, a bloody net.
Amazing.
Wow. Fire.
Wow.
Ooh. It's a wall of sound coming at you.
Love, love, love.
Andromeda.
Andromeda.
Wow, that is some
wow.
very effective camera work at the end, panning between all of their faces in very quick succession, giving a sense of movement, scale, scope, and drama. That was very dramatic. It tells a story. Now, I'm not fully across the story. I've only read the lyrics in English once, but what you get is that these women, they are in a struggle and they are calling on the power of within to get through this struggle. At one point I said, what a voice, but they were all singing. And I still think it's appropriate because they meld into this one beautiful voice. They come together and create this powerhouse vocal that you really feel it's all coming at you. I gotta say, vocally, wow. Some people will say this is very loud, but I think the drama of this song, the drama of this story requires you to get all up in there fortissimo hunty. This is good.
That is more than a full package. It's really taking it to the top. It sounds like a warning. It sounds like an affirmation. It sounds like folklore. It sounds like a telltale. It sounds like it sounds like the voice or the voices that shouldn't be silenced. It sounds like a call to action, actually. Wow, this is really quite impressive. This is really this is what Croatia would send to a World Music Expo, expecting to win. And I feel like if Croatia can come second with Baby Lasagna, this could actually challenge for victory. This is a girl band that isn't a girl band, if you know what I mean. Like, this is not the Sugar Babes. This is like 5 Jamalas gunning for the Eurovision title. No doubt, no doubt. I don't care what semi-final this is in. It's moving forward. It's clearly qualifying. And based on what I've heard thus far, could challenge for victory easily. You know, this is excellent. Excellent.
Now, some viewers may think it's too dark. They may think it leans a little too Game of Thrones, a little too Dune. And I can understand that. I think one way to fix that is to brighten it up just a little. I think when you have a journey, and there is a journey here, that LED is very impressive. It's very impressive. But the colors are in a very limited scope. It's very dark. And so although things are changing, because it's dark, you as a casual viewer watching for the first time, you don't always notice the changes. So I might just add a little bit more light later in the journey so you feel things are changing. You feel that maybe hope is rising. The gold at the end is very effective. I don't understand all these symbols. You could probably write a dissertation on it, breaking it down, but they have these symbols on their face and then they're mirrored on the wall. It could be that they are referencing the stars. They're referencing, I don't know what they're referencing. I just know that they're taking us on a journey, and I want that journey to be more visible to someone who's just coming to this. I think they're very well styled. I love these outfits. It's like in the wind, you can see them moving. They're being torn apart. You know, when they blow, it's like you can tell they've been through something very difficult. It seems appropriate. They're deliberately styled to look similar, right? Yes, they are 5 individual singers, but they seem to be suggesting some kind of collective suffering. And so the fact that they all look the same contributes to that idea. There is this comment on YouTube. Someone writes, "This made me feel like a proud Croatian patriot woman. I'm Spanish." That is power. That is power when you're from abroad, but then you feel like you're one of the characters in the performance. And all of these women are playing their role. They are so invested in the performance. I don't speak Croatian, but whatever they say, I'm going to believe because you feel the passion. One of my initial thoughts is that this gives me sort of Tautumatis vibes from Latvia. Obviously, sonically, the songs are very different. But what I'm saying is, it's tapping into something very true, very domestic to the culture of their country. So Croatia in this instance, or Latvia in Latvia's instance. And it commits 100%. It says, we don't care if the rest of the world doesn't understand. This is our art, and we're going to do it. And I think in that truth, there is great power. You want to watch because you feel like you're experiencing something you can't experience, at least that I can't experience here where I live. This is uniquely Croatian, and that makes it interesting to me. I also think that, when people first saw Tautumetis, they're like, wow, this is out there, and they came to love it. And here, people might say, wow, this is out there, but many people already love it. So, I guess when you perform your truth and speak your truth, others will listen, and in this case, watch. We saw a major glow up from Tautumetis at Eurovision, and I'm hoping we'll get a similar glow up from the Croatians. This product, this first iteration, has great potential. And when they're in Vienna, I know they're going to be able to amp it up even more because this is a relatively modest stage, but it looks quite good already. I think it looks really nice. And I think the close-up shots of the women with the markings and symbols on their face, it's very powerful. It draws you in straight away. It's like in the first 30 seconds, you see a lot of close-ups, and then you want to follow them on this journey.
Lelek have been at Dora before, and they were good then, but I feel like they've sharpened their tools. And this time round, in a tight competition, they were still cutting above everything else, which is quite good. Sometimes you kind of need to survey the land and really pitch forward. These are the sort of entries that I like, because this is not about, is this going to qualify? For me, certainly, I'm now thinking, are we traveling to Zagreb for Eurovision 2027? This is how strong it is. This has strong jury appeal. This has strong regional appeal. And certainly, the televote would respect the choreography, the body art, wardrobe, the staging, the projection, the smoke, the setting the tone, the vocals, the harmony of vocals. There's just a lot here that, feast for your eyes and, candy for your ears, if there's such a thing. There's just so much here to love and to like. And they're 5 beautiful women. But it doesn't feel like female empowerment. This just feels more like a universal call to action. I don't quite know what the song is about, but let me tell you this. They won the jury vote and the televote in Croatia. And if that's a litmus test, they're good to go for Eurovision. This is excellent.
I want to read some comments from the Wee Wee Blog's website. And a lot of our Balkan commentators are giving their interpretation. This is Josipa112. Josipa writes, among other things, this song is a universal warning to today's society, which often forgets the price of freedom, dignity, and equality. Amar_CTX writes, amazing vocals. Only problem, staging. They will need to change the visuals if they want to make better results at the ESC. If they reach the finals, juries are going to love this. However, HRT is having really bad sound, so I'm sure they will be even better in Vienna. Idemo Vratska. So I think the staging is off to a great start. I would just copy and paste what I said earlier, that I would make it more of a visual journey. You've got it there, but because it's so dark, we're not seeing that journey as clearly as we could. This is Binji.5819. Heart emoji. Croatia is winning. Heart emoji. This is Matea_90. And Zorya is in their team. Indeed, Zorya, a PZE favorite consistently. She is one of the songwriters of this song. We wish her only the best. And this is Toni Grahovac. Absolutely the best choice. Go Croatia.
There's something about this as well that really lingers. What I like about it is that, audibly is quite a strong audio file. Da, 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 da. And I love that key change as well was really, really clever. But you also want to watch this. You also want to perhaps find elements that you may have missed before, or draw new interpretation from some of their sort of their movement. And this is spectacularly amazing. I really like this, and this has got me fired up for Eurovision 2026. I have to say, it's not a bad year. I mean, Ukraine also is pretty damn strong. But it's funny we talk about Ukraine, because this looks like it could be from Ukraine. Obviously, it's in Croatian, so it's not. But as Ukraine cannot vote for itself, what it also means that countries like Ukraine, when they pick up their phones to vote, they're going to respond to Croatia. And already, Croatia is likely to get Serbia's vote, Montenegro's vote, who else is in it? Slovenia. No, Slovenia are not in it. And North Macedonia is not in it. But anyway, you catch my drift. But I think this isn't just playing to regional strengths. Bulgaria would love this. You know, it's in that family of vibe. And I think that Western countries will respect this, certainly from a jury perspective. But I would argue that it's also got strong televote appeal, because visually it's really arresting. Okay, I'm repeating my points. Bottom line, Devon Adarami loves this. We are giving it yes, boom.
All right, in the first semi-final of Eurovision 2026, we have Croatia, Finland, Georgia, Greece, Moldova, Portugal, and Sweden. In the second half, we have Belgium, Estonia, Israel, Lithuania, Montenegro, Poland, San Marino, and Serbia. Now, people generally agree this is the harder of the two semifinals because it has more countries that consistently qualify. Croatia can probably count on some love from its neighbors. We've got Serbia here, we've got Montenegro here. But ultimately, what they're going to rely on is having a song that sounds completely unlike anything else. At the moment, we do not have a song, that features such a strong chorus of 5 women, really honoring local tradition and culture. Yeah, it's looking good for Croatia. I personally don't think this is the winner of the Eurovision Song Contest. I don't see that. I think that in recent years, sort of radio-friendly pop has been what juries have respected the most. At the same time, the UK gave Tautumatis 12 points, didn't they? The UK gave Latvia's Tautumatis 12 points. So maybe it's okay, and indeed to your benefit, to do something that isn't the most obvious radio-friendly song. Look, at the end of the day, I respect them for taking a risk and going with something that's unique to their music scene. All right, that's what we think. What do you think? Are you loving Andromeda? Do you feel the pain of these women? Let us know here on Wee Wee Blogs.
Follow Wee Wee Blogs on Pinterest, and we will see you later.
And we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.